Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I am here a little bit faster than I expected to be because this morning you guys heard me talk about AMC stock and what AMC stock was doing. AMC stock has been blowing the hinges off the stock market. There is so much money being made right now. It is ridiculous. And so I'm going to talk to you guys right now about what I've been seeing. The results of the AMC investment that we made on this podcast earlier today. And I'm just going to give you the lowdown. So hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hello, what's going on? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. Today, AMC stock has been blowing up like crazy. AMC stock is out of control. It started the day just on 10, and now it's literally gone on 20. And so I'm going to give you an update on what's going on in AMC stock. And before I begin, I want to remind you guys that the Black Financial Channel, we talk about financial topics every single day. Sometimes we do as many as 10 videos per day because I'm just in this. I'm in this with both feet, and I want you to know that I'm in this with you. And also, we are here for the Black community. So if you agree that Black people should come first, if you agree that our community matters more than anything else going on, and if we want to solve our own problems first, put a hashtag B in the number one in the chat. Hashtag B1 is our calling card. You ain't got to be Black to be here, but just know that we're Black first, and that's just what it's going to be. So AMC stock, a lot of you have been watching. Watching what's been going on, with AMC, and I see a lot of you have so many comments. And who was it? Let's see here. TL says Doc made a bag in 3 hours. Yeah, TL was here this morning, and just to show, I like to be the guy who I'm like your mama or your daddy. Remember when your parents used to say, "I'm not one of your little friends." I'm not one of your little friends. Like, I'm not just gonna go along to get along. I'm not just gonna say things just to make you feel better. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Right? Because I love you enough to even let you get mad at me. Well, I'm not part of that go along to get along kind of situation where I'm not one of your little friends. I am your supporter. Maybe I'm one of your teachers, maybe a guide to understand the risks of what's going on. And so this morning we talked about AMC, and I know a lot of people are caught in their feelings on the AMC. Some people hate it. A lot of people love it. And I was sort of giving you the pros and the cons of both sides. So what happened was, as a result of me kind of laying out the risks, there were people who very falsely laid out a narrative that says Doc was telling everybody not to invest. Don't invest in AMC. And that the reason that narrative is false is because I never tell you to invest or not to invest in anything. I don't tell you what to invest in. I specifically go out of my way to make sure I'm not giving you investment advice on this channel. I just give you a landscape. I give you an overview. I tell you what's going on. And then I might tell you what I'm going to do, but I don't tell you what I want you to do. Because I don't want you coming back saying, well, Doc told me to buy it, and then it went down, or Doc told me not to buy it, and then it went up. No. I was not saying don't buy AMC. And to make that point crystal clear, I played a little game. I said, okay, let's hop in here. Let's see what's going on with AMC. And just to show y'all that I'm not anti-AMC. I bought 150 shares this morning. So let's see. Let's dig into our little Robinhood account. And let's see what's going on with AMC. Let's see. Did I make any money? What do y'all think? Y'all think I made money? Give me a yes or no if you think I made money. Those you've been following know what the answer is. Well, look at here. Look at this. Oh, Lord Jesus. So my shares cost me $39.97, which was a total value, maybe $6,000, maybe $5,995 to be precise. It is now up to $9,178. And the total price has gone from $39 a share to $60 a share. So Dr. Boyce, because he wanted to just sort of show support for those of you that are on the AMC bandwagon, I made $3,000 off that. I'm not mad at that. And a lot of you made money, and I'm happy for that. Now, here's the thing. The investing in AMC is not the issue. It's making sure you know what it is. You see, investing in AMC ain't the same as investing in Microsoft. Investing in AMC, it ain't even the same as investing in Ethereum, which has a very powerful network, which is expected to grow by leaps and bounds in the next 3 to 5 years. Investing in AMC is like investing in red bottom shoes. Red bottom shoes do not qualify as a traditional investment, although you can make money with red bottom shoes because there's people that are crazy enough to spend $1,000 for a pair of shoes, right? An investment typically has to have one of three things. One, an investment should be something that you can make money from. You can't really make money from meaning income, meaning like it gets you a regular weekly income, right? Red bottoms don't give you a weekly income. Two, the asset has to have a utility, or it could have a utility. It doesn't have to have these things, but one of these three things is typically what you look for. The second is it can have some type of utility, right? Like Bitcoin was popular because there was this idea that one day people will just trade Bitcoin the way you trade money. Bitcoin has lost that. Bitcoin does not have that because it's too volatile. And then the third area, this is the area where AMC falls under, red bottom shoes falls under, is that you must have some expectation that there's going to be a capital gain. Now, a capital gain can come from an increase in the underlying value of that asset, or capital gain could just come from the fact that you find a bigger sucker out there that's willing to pay more for it than you do, right? So with red bottom shoes or AMC stock, or even Bitcoin to some extent, that what they call the bigger fool theory does apply. So, I bought some AMC shares for $39.97, hoping that I could find a bigger fool. Not that you're a fool if you pay $60 for it, but you got to know what it is. And there are people out there paying $57.58 for these shares. Now, to be specific about what's going on with AMC that's really interesting as well, is that if you go into your Robinhood app right now, you will see that, or any app, whatever app you use, you will find that many exchanges have halted the trading of AMC. They've kicked in what is called a circuit breaker. A circuit breaker is basically where, they say, look, the people are going crazy. The stock price is just moving too much. We're going to hold up, shut down, go to your neutral, like a boxing match. You know, when one boxer starts just bashing the hell out of the other one, and he's like, boom, 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 and he's on the ground, and he's just still swinging, and the referee jumps in and says, go to your corner, go to your. So right now, AMC is killing it. Like AMC stock is just going crazy. And they're shutting down trading on AMC stock. And it's not a conspiracy theory or anything like that. I'm sure the conspiracy theories will emerge. It's really built on the idea that it's just saying, okay, let's calm down. Let's think this through for a minute. Let's make sure that we're not trading in an emotional way. Now, Ladarian, you're asking me a great question that is also the impossible question. It's literally the $1 million question. If we have AMC, when should we pull out? Nobody will know the answer to that question until after you pull out or don't pull out, right? If when the price is $57.58, is it going to go higher or is it going to go lower? You won't know that until you find out if it goes higher or if it goes lower. It's really, really hard to predict. Right now, maybe you could make the argument that AMC is a momentum trade. A momentum trade is where you think you're going to buy it because you think more people are going to want to buy it. Right. And that's to some extent, sometimes that can have some merit. I wrote my dissertation on momentum trading and reversals and all that. And sometimes you can say, yeah, this is really catching on. Like I talked to a young rapper out of Philly, but that I really love by the name of Jay Ortiz. And he's also an artist, and he's going to do an NFT art show. NFT is non-fungible tokens. They're being built on the Ethereum network. And it's basically a digital way to authenticate digital assets, music, video, pictures, etc. And I said, I think NFTs are going to catch on. I think more people are going to be interested, and I think you're ahead of the curve, and I'll support you. So I'm going to go to Philly around the 26th and participate in Jay Ortiz's NFT art show because I think NFTs have potential. So sometimes you can do that. Sometimes you can make those predictions. But in the case of AMC, nobody really knows, because right now there's something that's driving this. There's some sort of dark energy driving the upward momentum of the price. Now, dark energy is a reference to space. I don't know if you guys know this, but I think 98% of all the energy in the matter in space or something can't even be detected by scientific instruments. I don't know if y'all know that, but not like 98% of the universe can't be even observed, but they know it's there because they see the effects of it. They see the planets moving a certain way. They see light moving in a certain way. So it's out there, but they can't pick it up, right? Well, the same thing is true with AMC stock. There's dark energy pushing this. There's some force out there that's pushing this price up and up and up and up and up. And the hard part is that you don't know when this energy is going to disappear. You don't know when when the Cinderella's carriage is going to turn into a pumpkin. And I don't know what it is either. I mean, so I'm sitting here, I'm looking at these shares, right? I have 150 shares. The value right now is $8,637. What I do next could really almost be like a type of financial religion, right? So the financial religion might lead me to say, I made $2,600 or 3,000. Actually, sorry, I said $2,641, but literally right before my eyes, it changed to $3,000. Like the numbers are literally moving that much. So I made $3,091.52. I'm good. That's my point. I'm going to sell. I'm out. I'm going to take my little $3,000 and bounce. That way, sure, I might not have made the $10,000 that could have been out there for me, but I know I'm not going to lose the $3,000 by holding on, right? And so knowing what it is kind of means what you're in for, right? You can go to the right where you continue to speculate and you continue to hold on. You hold on for dear life, and because you believe that there's a chance it's going to keep going up. Or there's the other route, which is equally legitimate, where you say, I'm good. Enough is I don't need all the money. I just want some of the money. Just give me my little piece and I'm out. I tend to invest that way. I tend to invest in a way where before anything even happens, I decide in advance what I'm going to do. I don't decide on the fly. I don't decide after the prices moved up. Gosh, do I hold on? Do I not hold on? You know what I do? I say, okay, I'm gonna buy at 60. If it hits 65, I'm out. I'm good, right? Or I'm gonna buy at 25. I'm gonna sell the options, take my little money from the options, and if the price goes up, then I don't care. That's somebody else's money. I'm not gonna count I'm not pocket watching, as they call it. I'm not watching other people's pockets and getting jealous over how big somebody else's pocket got or comparing their pocket to my pocket. The easiest way for you to be an unhappy person, let me just give you a little Uncle Boy secret here. The easiest pathway to unhappiness is to constantly compare yourself to other people, right? So because what will happen is you'll make 100,000, somebody else will make 300,000 and brag about it on Instagram. They'll be like, I'm so blessed, I made $300,000. And you'll be feeling like, dang, I'm not doing that good. Like they literally, comparing your life to other people's lives will literally make you take a good life and make you think it's a bad life because you're comparing. So stop comparing. Think to yourself, what do I want from this investment? Somebody asked, am I getting in too late? Andrea asked that question. Nobody knows. That's the thing. Nobody knows. And anybody who acts like they know, they don't really know. They don't know, right? So here's the thing. As long as you know what it is. So here's what I know, right? This is why I jumped into AMC for fun this morning, and I'm glad I did it. I mean, we got an extra $3,000. I could pay off a big chunk. We just got a new car. I could pay off 10%, 20% of the car with this. I think I'm gonna send this money to my baby. But the thing is that as long as you know what it is, right? So when I jumped into AMC, I knew that this was a speculative investment that isn't rooted in fundamentals. I knew that it wasn't something that was built for a long-term play. It's just like dating. If you know that you're in for a one-night stand, sometimes maybe a one-night stand might be just what you need based on where you are in life, right? What really is bad though is when you enter a one-night stand and you think it's a long-term relationship, right? Or you get with somebody who just likes you and you really think they love you, right? When there's a misalignment between what it is and what you think it is. So my job as your financial spiritual guru, if you will, whatever I am for you, is to make sure you just know what it is. And then at that point, I can't tell you what you should do because you should be telling you what you should do. You should say, I kind of like a one night stand. I kind of want to hit it and quit it, but then some of you may say, nah, I'm looking for something long term, something more stable, something that's going to really last forever. And that's fine too. Just make sure you know what it is. So is it too late to jump into AMC stock? I don't know. I mean, they could keep pushing the price up. They could push it up to 100. I think that there's a lot of enthusiasm. I think there's a lot of people online who really want this stock to go. These trading halts, by the way, are not permanent. Like I think right now with AMC up 105%, I could literally go in right now and sell my shares. Let me see if it'll let me sell. Actually, I want to sell. I'm going to sell. Actually, let me do this. Let me just take some profits off the top. I'm going to sell 50 shares. Let's see what happens here. I still got 100 shares. Boom. All right. So I just sold my 50 shares. I made a nice, 100% one-day profit or whatever it was. And I'm going to put that money in my account and I'm going to put it somewhere else. Because, even though a financial one-night stand is fun, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not a one-night stand type of guy. I just got married this month. I didn't, I'm not comparing my wife to all the women that would probably be happy to give me a one-night stand. I want something permanent because I love that woman to death. So the same thing is true maybe with investing. Every investor has their own investing personality, right? And so a lot of your journey as an investor, in my view, is to learn, like, what is my personality? What makes me okay? How can I sleep at night? Because sometimes if you're not careful, if you're doing stuff based on what somebody told you to do, then you can end up in a life. It's like if you're trying to pick a profession and somebody says, oh, well, you should sling dope. You can make the most money. You make a ton of money slinging dope, and you don't think it through. You just start slinging dope because that's what they told you to do, or because there's so much money involved. Then you can end up in a lifestyle that you don't want to be in, right? So you got to kind of know who you are as an investor, if that makes sense. Now let's see. Papa D says, "Did you buy back in?" No, I didn't buy back in. I sold 50 of my shares. I still have 100. It has a market value of $6,289.99, and we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna ride with the apes and see what happens, and or maybe sell some options on it or something like that. But yeah, AMC is doing really well. I had a homeboy that was really happy. He told me I was talking about AMC and having the same conversation with him that I'm having with you guys, and I said, if you buy it, maybe what you might want to do is sell the options immediately so that you can sell the options to the speculators and get your cut, because the options premium are really, really high. And he did that. And he bought $18,000 worth of AMC stock. I think he made a quick, like I could have sworn $3 or $4 grand, or maybe $2,500. And he was blown away. He said, I've never made that much money this fast with no work. And I said, yeah, investing is pretty cool. Working is a very hard way to make money. So I want you guys to just kind of take that in. Like, it's different from the narrative we grew up as Black kids. Many of us who didn't grow up with any money, is that you really think that to make money, it's connected to how hard you work. That's just not true. A lot of the people who make the most money don't work at all. It's about where you position the resources you have. So when you get income, that gives you an opportunity to build wealth, but you got to position your income in the right way. If you're giving it away by spending it, then nothing will come of that, and you're gonna have to work for money for the rest of your life. But what you want to do is you want to make a translation. You want to get away from human capital, which is your labor and your time and all the time you're spending away from your kids and all the misery you're going through, and you want to get toward financial capital. So when you're making this income, you take that money, you plop it into financial assets, and then what eventually happens is that your financial assets are working hard for you. So it's like having a spouse. It's really like having, that's a benefit. That's why people used to get married and have children. It's because you have teammates to build wealth. They knew that wealth building was a team sport. So if I have a spouse and I'm working full time, she's working full time, we're going to do pretty well financially. So wealth is like having something better than a spouse, right? Because they're not going to argue with you and tell you to pick your dirty drawers up off the floor, but that money will be working for you night and day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, when you're sleepy, when you're on the beach, when you're on vacation, when you're with your kids. And that's really a great way to go. So if you can't get to that point in your lifetime, you definitely want your children to be at that point. Okay. So anyway, I want to let you guys know on allblackeconomics.com, the URL's on the screen. Feel free to go there and pick up a free copy of my book. It's called It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar, A New Paradigm for Black America. It's just really a reflection of my view in terms of where Black people can be by the year 2070. And I hope you'll feel free to go pick up a free copy. The book is totally free. Also, we have coming up in the Black Business School on June 9th, a sister by the name of Gabby Goodwin and her daughter Rosalind are going to do a special session on how to be a young entrepreneur. And it says Big Courage, the 6 ways I went from being a shy kid to a kid CEO. And basically, Miss Goodwin and her daughter are going to do a session on how her daughter went to making 6 figures at a very early age and how to become a young entrepreneur. And you can apply this to your children. So if you'd like to sign up for the next 24 hours, you can actually get 48% off. It's $99 regularly. 48% off drops to about $51. And you can sit in on this lecture with this amazing Black woman and her daughter. And the URL is kittyboss.com. Now, I realize I'm not going to use that URL kittyboss.com for too long, because I just realized that it sounds a lot like kittycredit.com. Kittycredit.com is a really great app, and I had the CEO of Kitty Credit on yesterday, and Evan Leapart, and I feel kind of bad because today I was like, oh, let's pick a URL up. How about kittyboss.com? And I picked it, but then I didn't realize that is too similar to what Evan's URL is, so I'm not going to use that after this week. But for right now, until the class begins, you can use kittyboss.com, and you can go sign up with your children and bring your family, because remember, wealth building is a team sport, and I really want you guys to be able to benefit from that. Now, I saw somebody mention be careful about scam artists because people are using my name. That is true. Sometimes in my videos, I don't know where these people come from. Maybe they're in Russia. China, I have no idea. But there's literally people that create fake profiles with my face on it. And and they basically go into your inbox and they say, hey, I'm Dr. Boyce. Would you like to invest in this blah, blah, blah? Please, obviously that's all false. It's not me. I'm not going to hit you up in your inbox and tell you to invest in anything. So if you see something like that, report that account. Please report that account and make sure you don't fall for it, because I hate for you to lose money. People are losing money from this. These people are getting money. So I want to take the time to make sure I warn you about that. Let's see here. So Procnip, thank you for your donation. He says, can you explain short squeezes and how it affects retail investors? Yes, I can, on one condition. Can you do this for me? Do this favor for me. Hit the thumbs up button right now. Please hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. Thumbs up, share, subscribe, because we're building Black media. So let me talk to you about a short squeeze. Here's what a short squeeze is. Okay. A short squeeze is basically a weapon used to attack people that are called short sellers. A short seller is somebody who basically does this, right? Now, when you buy stock, after you buy it, what do? You want the price to go up. And then what do you do once it goes up? If you want to take your profit, what do you have to do? Type it in the chat so we can kind of, be on the same page. Type the word. Okay. Yes. You sell it, right? So you buy it first, price goes up, and then you sell it. Make sense? Okay. Well, a short seller does the opposite. The short seller, this is the beauty of having really good liquid financial markets. The short seller sells first. They sell the stock, and then they come back later on and they buy it back. They buy it back after they sell it. So the short seller is basically able to make a profit because because at the end of the day, all you got to do is buy low, sell high. It doesn't matter if you sold first and bought later, or bought first and sold later. The short seller is trying to make money that way. They're like, okay, let me sell it now, and then when the price goes down, I can buy it back at a cheaper price. Well, a short squeeze is where a group of investors gets together and says, okay, we're going to screw you. We saw you short selling that stock, and we also saw you manipulating the price. So a lot of short sellers will play a stupid little game. They'll short sell the stock, and then they know that rumors will cause the price to drop. So because they know the rumors will kill the stock price and make them money, they'll start going around whispering in people's ears. Kind of like high school. You know, like 12-year-old girls might do. Like if they're jealous because there's their boyfriend, the guy that they likes another girl. They'd be like, well, I heard that she's a slut, right? So they'll spread little rumors to try to ruin her reputation to reduce the value of her stock. Well, that's what they do on Wall Street, and this is highly unethical. For some reason, it's not illegal, but that's what they'll do. They'll call reporters and say, "Well, we heard that Disney isn't going to make their numbers, or we heard that their CEO might be getting indicted, or we heard that that they're going to have a really crazy shareholder meeting where they're going to reveal massive losses on that oil well they just bought, right?" And what happens is the rumors spread, and the price starts to drop, and then they get to buy back at a lower price. So a short squeeze is when they say, "Oh no, screw you! We're not going to let you do that. We're going to come in and we're going to buy so much of the stock and so much of the options that it's going to push the price up, because higher demand will push the price up." So the Reddit traders have shifted the dynamics of trading to some extent by the fact that they step in as a group and they bring billions of dollars in capital and they start buying. So the short seller who sold the stock at 20 is now forced. They can't buy back at 15 like they thought. They got to buy it. They're looking at the price go to 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then they say, holy crap, we're losing money, right? So then they start buying the stock back, right, in order to cover their short, right? Because remember, every buy is matched with a sell. Every sell has to be matched with a buy. Just like every baby has to have a mommy and a daddy. In order for there to be a trade, there must be a buyer, there must be a seller. So the crazy part, though, is that you then get into this other part of the process where, as the price keeps going up, the short seller themselves, they're also contributing to the price movement going up, right? So you get like a double whammy where the price is going higher and higher, because not only are the short squeezers buying, but the short sellers are now buying to cover their position, because they're like, holy crap, we got to get out of town because we're going to get killed. So just last week, with AMC stock, I think about $1.2 billion was lost due to the fact that the short squeeze was so effective and was killing these billion-dollar funds. So effectively, this is what's happening. It's kind of the wild, wild west. It's really fun to watch, and it's kind of crazy. And I'm looking at AMC stock right now. You can still trade it, at least on Robinhood. The price has gone up to $63. I think it was at $57 at the start of this conversation. But I sold 50 of my shares because I don't need to have all the money. I just want some of the money. I don't need to make every penny that's available. Why would you sell AMC? Asked Kirsten. Because I told you, I like that slow, steady money. I don't like that up and down money. I'm not into gambling. You know, my father warned me a long time ago about addictions, and addictions destroy men. And that's why I tell you, women as well. Women have their own addictions. Maybe it might be different. You know, it could be shopping. Sometimes it's things like alcohol and drugs, right? That affects women as well. But you know, but like with men, you know, as a man, you know, I try to avoid anything that can become overly addictive, anything that pushes beyond moderation, right? So alcohol, drugs has to be done in moderation. Sex can become an addiction, got to be done in moderation. Video games are even designed to be addictive. A lot of people don't know that, but video games are designed to be addictive. You out here, babe?
I just came back.
Oh, you just came back? Oh, you came to say hi. Come here. We're talking about addiction. You taught a class on addiction, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Here, you want to come say hi to my friends on the podcast? Come on.
Oh.
Everybody say hi to Dr. Alicia.
Is it visual?
Yes, Dr. Alicia Watkins. This is my beautiful wife, and we were talking about addictions and how addictions can harm people and destroy them. So, what are signs of addiction? Like if somebody's dating somebody and they're trying to figure out if they're addicted to something, what might they look for?
You look for evidence of addiction.
Okay, evidence like what?
You know,
like I went to sleep with the crack pipe in my mouth.
You have to listen to your intuition. Like you kind of know, like something's not right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can look visually.
Really? So visually, so you can look at somebody and tell if they're an addict?
Yeah, because I worked around addiction a lot when I worked at Cook County Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So I can look at someone and I know exactly what you're on.
Oh, so you can tell just by looking at them what drug they're addicted to. Interesting. Well, and the thing we were talking about also with addiction is it seems to be driven by like this endorphin thing, this endorphin rush that comes from a high. So it seems like addiction isn't just drugs and alcohol, right? It's like video games, gambling, sex, shopping. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it seems it's all connected to. So we were talking about AMC stock, and by the way, we made money.
How much did we make?
You and I, you
don't want to tell.
No, we've only made 2,000 something now, but I just sold 50 shares, so we made a total of about $3,000 something.
All right.
So your man's making money.
That's what's up.
I'm making money for the family, y'all.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes. So anyway, all right, baby. All right. Well, I'm let you go. Oh, and by the way, she's not Mrs. Watkins, she's Dr. Watkins. So we gotta show this black woman her respect. Oh, Lord. She got a real PhD, by the way, not on those fake weekend PhDs. All right, baby, give me a kiss.
I have battle scars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes,
all right, sweetie. I'll see you later.
Okay, love you. Okay. All right, see you soon. We're talking about AMC, so let me get back. Right. Let me get refocused. Okay. All right. When she walks in the room, I lose my focus a little bit. I hope y'all can forgive me. But I think it's okay to love a black woman in public. I don't care. You call me a simp all day. I will simp for that woman to the end of the earth because I think that black love is the key. I mean, black family is the critical element to success and wealth. And actually, let me show y'all something. I showed this to my team today. And we're going to get back to AMC, I promise. But y'all know me. Sometimes I take it in different directions. But let me show y'all something. I was watching this. There's this film we're going to show next week called Resurrecting Black Wall Street, The Blueprint. It was directed by Dorian Chandler. And Dorian did this film about the Black Wall Street Massacre in Tulsa years ago, and it was before it was trendy to talk about Black Wall Street. We were talking about what Black Wall Street. Those of you who follow this platform know this, right? And I'm glad everyone else is talking about it because the whole country needs to talk about it. Every child in America needs to know not just about Tulsa, but just know that there are hundreds of other places where this happened. It wasn't just Tulsa. Don't let them catch you in just the symbolism of it. We need to go into the systemic nature of it. So it's not symbolism, it's the systematic part. So forget about the first S, go for the second one. It's the system, right? So it's not just about doing right by Tulsa. It's about doing right by all the descendants of slaves who went through all kinds of tragedies, many tragedies you'll never know about. So let me show y'all something. This is the reason why a good woman will make your life better. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you a clip from this video or from this movie. And I'm just gonna play it without any audio because we'll do a movie night or something where you guys can watch it. But this is me and Damon Dash. Damon Dash is in the film. And Damon and I shot this. This is about 6 years ago. Now look at this guy in the video. That the guy is me. And I want y'all to tell me what you noticed. Let me scoot it up a little bit. Take your hand off your chin, fat boy. Look at how fat. Look at how fat I am. Who is that fat dude in that video? Oh my God. He looks like Lizzo after a haircut. What the hell, man? So let me just tell you guys that, you know, it's like, if it wasn't for meeting a good woman, I never would have lost all that weight. She made me do things that were different from what I was doing before. If I kept going down that path, I would be the human beatbox. I would make Roland Martin look like a ballerina. Okay. So I looked at that video today and I said, oh my God, like what? Like what? You know, so I'm just telling y'all again, you know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like marriage is easy, though. Marriage is hard. If you get married, you better get you a therapist and some people that's going to help you resolve your disputes like that, because it ain't easy. It's not a do-it-yourselfer kind of thing. You need some help, starting with help from God and Jesus, right? Because it ain't easy. But there are benefits, partly that Black men live longer when we have a woman that says, that loves you enough to say, take that pizza out of your mouth. Stop eating the fried chicken. Like, let's go to the gym. You know, you need to protect your health. So, yeah, somebody said I look like Ice Chubby. Yeah, I look fat as hell. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even know I was that big until I saw that video. And I'm almost embarrassed to show it. I'm going to show it, though. We're going to watch the movie because who cares what I look like? But it still kind of hit me to understand, like, when you talk about investing isn't just about money. Investing is, where do you put your energy? Where do you put your time? Where do you invest your life? Right. So just understand, wealth is connected to all of that. So I'm not telling you to get married or not get married, none of that. And some of y'all may not get it. You know, if you're 29 and I'm 49, you're probably not going to understand the world from my point of view. I may not always get everything you see. Right. When I was 29, I was a different guy. I saw the world very differently. But now when you hit 50 and you're kind of like trying to make sure you stay healthy and all that, a good woman will make a difference. Also, when you're trying to handle your business, like when you're done chasing the cheap women and the cheap experiences and you're interested in something that is peaceful and more sustainable, then you're going to look for something different than what you might have looked for 20 years ago. Believe me, I've been famous for a long time. I have had my experiences, right? I've had chances to date and meet different women and all that. You get to a point where you're like, that's the same life over and over again. I want something different, something better. So I'm not judging anybody in terms of their choices. I just want you to understand how all your relationships plays a part in your wealth. Okay. So thank you for letting me do that little diversion. Let's hop back. Let me hop back and answer some more of your questions. I know we were talking about AMC, but I just thought that was a good way to explain to you some of the thinking behind wealth. So let's see here. Let's see. Josh says, would you buy AMC as of right now? No. I mean, I'm not going to buy it. I'm just going to watch it, though. You know, and if I bought it, you know what I would do? I would buy it just so I could sell options to all the speculators. So buying AMC to me isn't as much a question of whether or not you think it's going to go up. It's more of a question of, do you want to speculate or not speculate? So think of it like the California gold rush. Right now, a lot of stocks take off with a gold rush kind of frenzy where everybody's like, ooh, this is my chance to get rich and get paid. And during the California gold rush, you had some people that became multimillionaires. You had some people that did extremely well. But most people in the gold rush did not make money from the gold rush. Most of the people in the gold rush who made the most money were not the people who were actually shoveling and digging for gold. It was the people who were selling things to the people on their way to go dig for gold. So like Levi, for example, they said, hey, you're going to dig for gold? Well, we're not here to risk our money like that, but we want to support you. So we have these jeans you can wear that will that are really rugged, so that when you're on your knees digging for gold, you'll have a good pair of jeans. And then you had a restaurant that will be like, well, we're not going to go dig for gold because we don't want to take that risk. But when you come back from digging for gold, just stop by Ma's Country Cooking, and we'll cook you a nice steak dinner to help you feel better about the fact that maybe you lost everything going up digging for gold, right? So really what I'm saying is that when it comes to investing, people that maybe sell options like I do, I'm not really looking for the fast money. because I've seen the ups and the downs of it. I've made it. Like this morning, we made some money on AMC, but we could have lost it. Like that $5,995 I put up, that could have turned into $1,000, and then I'll be sitting there pissed off because I lost $4,000. Right? So it's okay to dabble, but when it comes to my real money, my big boy money, my grown up money, where I'm really putting money that I'm really thinking about in terms of building for my family and getting my kids ready for the future, I'm not thinking about AMC. AMC does not fit into that agenda. The only extent to which AMC might fit into that agenda is that I might buy some shares just so I can sell covered calls to the speculators, because the option prices are absolutely insane. And so those of you who are not aware in terms of how to sell options and buy them and how options work, I do have a masterclass on it. So feel free to go to stockoptionsmasterclass.com. I'll put the URL on the screen. I did a whole weekend on stock options and a deep dive analysis to break it all down. So feel free to take a look. Let's see here. Do you have a way of estimating the maximum? Somebody said, do you have a way of estimating the maximum ticking price of AMC or other appreciating stocks? No, there's really not any good models on that. I know that there are people that follow things like which stocks are the most heavily shorted. And there's been lists put out of that in terms of saying, okay, this could be the next AMC. So a lot of people that are kind of, peeking around the sharks, trying to figure out where the money's at, they might look at that and say, okay, let me just buy a little bit of all these companies, just in case one of them blows up, one of them becomes the next AMC or the next Tilray. If you remember Tilray, I think Tilray shot up from some ungodly number. I owned Tilray at that time. It went from like $18 to like $72. But now Tilray is back down to $16, $17. So remember, just when you jump in, just be careful. I'm not bashing you if you invest in AMC. Make sure you follow the fundamentals. Make sure you eat your vegetables before you go for the chocolate cake. But it's okay to have a big piece of chocolate cake. So I wish you the very best. I hope you make a ton of money. And now somebody mentioned Blackberry. Is Blackberry taking off? Let me see. Before we go, let me look at Blackberry. Hit the thumbs up button, please, if you haven't done it yet. So let's see here. What's Blackberry doing? Blackberry. Is that one word? There we go. BB. Okay, Blackberry's went up 23% today. So 47% this week. Okay. All right. Okay. And let me look at the options on Black. I always like to look at the, oh, nice. Oh, go ahead, Blackberry. Okay. Maybe that's a little bit of a move. I don't know. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying that I can understand why you would and why you would not. So yeah, so Blackberry looks like it's another one of the meme stocks, and this is going to be here to stay. It looks like the ability of retail investors to come together as a collective and to make major moves in unison is kind of a wave of the future when it comes to economics. And I look forward to seeing how that plays out. So anyway, I'm out here, guys. Please have a good day. And don't forget, if you want to join our one-day seminar on how to get your child started as an entrepreneur, you can go to kittyboss.com. For today only, you can get 48% off. And basically, it's how Rosalind Gabby Goodwin, how she trained her daughter to build a business where her daughter is now making six figures. And so they kind of break down the game and tell you everything that they do as parent and child to get their children started as entrepreneurs. So feel free to go to kittyboss.com. And again, I'm going to stop using the Kitty Boss URL because that's a lot like kittycredit.com. And the CEO, Evan Leapart, I have tremendous respect for him. He was on here yesterday, and I'm not going to use a URL that's too similar to his. I just picked this without realizing that it was probably our conversation that made me think about the word kitty. So I'm going to actually change that to something else, but I'll leave it up there for the rest of the week so you guys can use that URL to sign up. So anyway, take care, guys. Make good money, get rich, go get paid. God bless you. Keep investing, keep building wealth for your families. I love you. I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.